Hey there, and welcome back to the Second Lunch Podcast. It's been a little bit of a break for us. It's not going to really appear that way to our followers, but we had to reschedule one of our podcasts, which saved me from saying the Packers are the best team in the NFL and they're going to win the Super Bowl because they have since lost to the Browns.
You need to have. When did we win the Super Bowl last? When we were a 6 seed. We were like 8-6.
You need some trials
15.
and tribulations. You can't be perfect the whole way through. But did it have to be the Browns? We've also tied the Cowboys. Yeah, I think ties should be illegal.
I do think that they feel a little bit outdated almost. Like ties almost feel like a bygone era sort of concept. Right. But I do understand from like a collective bargaining agreement standpoint or what I like. Don't want guys to get hurt, but also.
I say just do it shootout style.
Well, now that we have the new overtime rules, you know, they're a lot more common. When we were kids, the only way you got a draw is if no one scored in the overtime period. Right. So they happened instead of like twice a year, they were more like twice a decade. At least that's what it felt like. And I remember Donovan McNabb with the Eagles was like, I didn't know there were ties, and nobody really faulted him because he had played his entire career up to that point.
Right.
Pop Warner, you know, high school, college, never saw one. And even all the NFL games he watched, probably never saw one.
Right.
Just a weird rule change thing. I know this isn't good radio, though. This is a good podcast.
To sum it up, the Packers have overwhelmed two opponents, underwhelmed one, and whelmed another. So
they were whelmed.
We are on a roll. After the Browns loss,
you told me before these 4 games, though, would you take 2-1-1? I'd be like, yeah, all right.
Be like, give me a decision on the one. I would rather just know. Like, come on.
You'd rather be 2-2.
I hate the not knowing. Yeah, I would rather be 2-2. I get that it's better for us, but after the Browns game, I was like, no more football today. I'm done with football. I don't want to watch anybody else do it. I am done with it. So I turned on the NASCAR race, which wound up being awesome. My favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, won. And it was in New Hampshire, and they do a thing in New Hampshire where when you win the race there, they give you a giant fucking lobster to take a picture with. This lobster is alive.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's, what did they say? It's 15 or 16 pounds. It's humongous.
Yeah. It's the biggest lobster I've ever seen. Not that I have. Yeah, I'm not a fisherman. But.
It is huge. And apparently when...
Swear to God, it's like the size of your torso, basically. Like from tail to...
For sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking I want to eat that, but apparently they're not good to eat when they get that big, because to get that big takes between 70 and 100 years.
See, I don't want to, not that I want to be killing and eating the young animals, but there's a certain point where it's like,
let them go.
Yeah.
Let them go. But now even worse. I was thinking about this from the lobster's perspective. He's done a lot of surviving. He's probably been through a lot. Now, all of a sudden, he's been captured by these things he's never fucking seen before in his life, presumably, or he would have been eaten, right? And some guy drives a really loud thing. He doesn't even know what drives is either. It's just like, it was really fucking loud here a minute ago. Then he's being held up in thousands of these creatures he's never seen before. Like, that would be such a fucking trip for the lobster, dude. I can't even imagine.
Then does he get returned to his habitat? So it's just like that was just a really weird weekend.
No, he goes on Ryan Blaney's wall. But I like your concept a little
okay.
better.
See, I didn't know if they were gonna
straight to the taxidermist.
I didn't know if they were gonna. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
He gets whacked.
Okay.
In the end.
It's been a good 100 years.
He had a good run. Really good run.
This is like, I think it was like a jellyfish or something that, scientists cut open. They're like, this seems really old. Let's see how old it was. And it was so old, they were like, we shouldn't have done that. That guy was really motherfucking old. Same thing happened with a bristlecone pine tree in the 60s. Like, students, this tree seems really old. And indeed it was.
What's the point in even being that old? Like, you see, what's the sharks? What are the sharks that live for like 500 fucking years or something?
Greenland sharks? Yeah.
Get on with it. Like, what are you doing? What could you possibly do for 500 years? I wonder if they just wish, like, fuck, just wish one whale would just eat me already.
Maybe their version of sports is a lot more, there's a lot more payoff involved. Or maybe there's less, and they're like, it's been 200 years since the Cubs won, and I gotta hang on.
I wonder if their diets had to change because stuff goes extinct in that time period.
I wouldn't be shocked if it at least alters a little bit. I don't know if there's been like a cataclysmic event in the last 500 years that if we were able to interview one today,
Yeah.
it'd be like, yeah, man, this totally got removed from my diet. But yeah, things
If
have
I lived for
changed.
500 years, I'd be like, man, miss those Dunkaroos.
Yeah.
That's how I feel now. Like, fuck. Imagine what he's been through.
Man, I swear to God, we got Dunkaroos from Costco, and
They're not the same. They're
the
not the
same.
ones I was talking about.
No,
they're not the same. Bastards.
And the troubling thing
Same with
too,
Gushers. Are Gushers less gushy now? I think they are.
Ashley, you should ask that to Ashley on the next episode, because she's been eating them more regularly for much longer than me. I still like them, but
We'll have a Gusher historian on.
Exactly. Yeah, we got to have the expert. She's really tapped into the Gusher scene. Also, what's up with the ones where you get like 12 reds? Can I get a blue in
That
the
happened to me
mix?
yesterday. I really don't eat Gushers, but Katie was just craving them and got a box from Amazon, which means I'm going to eat them, obviously.
Yeah, because
And
the
I got one,
craving's
and they were all red, and I was like, do I win a prize or something? Am I supposed to report this?
Yeah. No, you just accept that you've been boned. That the Gusher people don't give a fuck about you.
She got them from Amazon. You can order anything from Amazon now, which I've done a complete heel turn now on, by the way. I used to feel like with Amazon, I used to be like, Katie, if you want something and you find it on Amazon, find out who makes it and go buy it from them, because Amazon is evil. They're driving up our housing prices. Gentrification! And now that I own a home, I'm like, fucking A, Amazon. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. My house is worth more and more the more and more money you make.
Yeah, I don't know if they're the reason for that necessarily by themselves, but I will say that this is all contingent. Their food prices are way too fucking expensive. I'm not going to shop for any of that shit on there. No chance. But then there's like the occasional thing that's both cheaper there and also obscure, where it's like, I don't know I don't have a ton of know-how. I don't know what brick and mortar store still sells.
Right.
This odd thing that I'm looking for.
That's happened to me with Walmart, man. Another thing I used to have morals on, by the way. Now I just
Where
shop
even
there.
is a Walmart?
Oh, well, I live up north, so they got it.
Oh,
there.
fair enough. See,
They got them there.
I don't want to shop there, but I don't even have the option if I can't get my $2 Duck Dynasty flip-flops if I fucking wanted to.
They surprise me every once in a while with the stuff they have. I'm like, what? Okay. Like, for the life of me, cannot find the ranch-flavored veggie straws any fucking place. Any place I look, they never fucking... It's just the regular ones. Sea salt, which are fine. But the ranch ones are just way better, and Kendall loves them. Walmart always has them, reliably. And I started getting fruit there. For a while, I was just like, oh, I don't know about Walmart fruit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I don't even want to go to the bathroom at the place. I can only trust it so much.
I got spoiled working at Ken's Market where they had Charlie's Produce, so almost everywhere's produce is like, I got to dig at some of these places. I got to really dig.
Right.
But I will say I've been surprised by a grocery outlet. They're non-union, so I don't really go there. But you pop it. You can't rely on anything, though, with grocery outlet. I went in there, was buying some, just kind of a makeshift dinner. Like, we'll see what I find, and because there's one in walking distance now. Oh, we'll get some peanut butter. No fucking peanut butter.
What?
Figured peanut butter was something that you automatically have at all times. Well, it's like a 6
If you don't have
store.
peanut butter, shut your doors.
I mean, that's what I would think that only happens in the blizzard scenario when all of Seattle loses it and buys all the batteries and the bottled water and the cat litter and everything.
No, they go straight for the toilet paper.
That's
Everybody knows that. TP first.
That's a funny one because, I mean, I'm not saying that this is what I would advise, but you got to shower. There's ways around this. There's certain things, if you don't get them at the store, I can't make a fucking battery. No chance.
Right. Don't you only need a potato?
Yeah, exactly. And some Gatorade. Well, I don't have that either. You're just naming other stuff I didn't buy at the store.
Okay. Fuck.
Lost my phone.
Brewers are getting the Cubs. If you had rabies, what would you do? Other than seek treatment.
I don't know. I guess I'm enjoying the fact that I don't have to worry about water for a while. My
No,
body's gonna...
no. Actually, you're way more worried about it.
I'm
way more worried
I'm
about
worried, but is my ability to imbibe like fully on board?
In fact, water is worrying to you at this point. I would bite my neighbor's dog, personally.
You're taking people out.
Continues to shit in my yard, and I know it's not really the dog's fault. There's no such thing as a bad dog, just bad owners. But I'm not going to bite my neighbor. So I'll bite the dog, and he'll bite her. Bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, that's pretty scummy behavior. And it's the worst. It's, I swear to God, it's worse the more affluent the neighborhood is. It's like people feel like they're above picking up their own dog shit.
Right.
Like, listen, buddy, I saw a crumpled up can of Steel Reserve down the street. You don't live where you think you live. You ain't that fucking special, so pick up the poop.
Right.
I've been a dog owner. I wasn't able to have them as kids, but like 14 years now. There have been like 3 piles of poop in my life I didn't pick up, and each time there were extenuating circumstances.
Right.
Like, oh, I had 3 bags and it turned into a 4 poop walk.
Right.
Lesson learned.
Even then, I'll go back.
Yeah, and I did drive back for one of them, but one was in a place where I was like, I'm not. I'm too lazy.
This belongs to the earth now.
Yeah, this is. I'm sorry, folks. I'll just once a decade. You got to give me one. But yeah, that's a dickhead move. That's a scumbag move.
Deserving of rabies. What a weird thing.
I have heard that rabies treatment can be a real bummer because if you don't capture the animal that bit you, I think there's like 12 or 13 different.
You start turning into it.
Yes, exactly. You need
to catch it, set it on fire.
Hair of the dog stuff. Yeah. I think that you only need like one really painful shot to the gut if you manage to get the creature, but if you don't,
why do you have to have the animal?
Because then they can know what type of rabies it is. That's my understanding.
There's more than one type of rabies.
That was my understanding, is that if you don't actually have the creature, then they got to do a few more shots, and they're not fun shots. You know, this isn't...
See, I didn't even know that. Michael Scott was on something. We needed rabies awareness.
It's not like an Ozempic shot or like insulin where it's, you know, a needle that's this big. It's like, ooh, that's a big bastard right there. You're going to feel that one for sure.
Yeah, you might hit some of the wrong stuff on the way in there. Okay. I learned something the other day. We kind of talked about this. Ancient mummies, they discovered that ancient mummies don't have modern human DNA. This is proof the aliens built the pyramids.
Proof. I thought it was alien slaves. See,
why do they have to be slaves though? Can't they just be aliens having a good time?
You're telling me, man. We had this conversation beforehand. I was like, you know, there's been evidence that, oh, maybe they were just laborers. You know, like they were buried with some stuff. Might not have been slaves, and everyone's just like slaves. Gotta be, because I myself would not build something that enormous without enslavement being the driving force.
Right.
Because I think people are trapped in their own.
I also would have been pissed off at the architect who was like, yeah, we want a tunnel inside it too. Fuck you. We're just stacking these motherfuckers, dude. It's going to cost you some extra deb in there, homie.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to need to give up some more, a little bit more injera bread or something. I don't know what they were eating at the time, but.
Yeah, I don't know why they have to be slaves. Everybody's pretty caught up on that. Why couldn't they have been singing like a Disney movie, you know? Hi-ho,
really take
hi-ho.
the edge off.
Yeah.
Yeah, not show any of the people that invariably died. Like, they didn't have OSHA back then. They didn't have safety regulations. You just got a guy dangling off a pyramid that he might just fall.
Yeah. Oh, geez. You know, what are you going to do?
Bury him with his stuff.
Yeah.
He had a little bit of stuff.
We'll give him a tomb.
Yeah, it's also interesting because, I mean, we're curious. We want to excavate stuff like that, but there's multiple factors that prevent us from, you know, it's not very safe. Turns out not all these things were built to be visited and excavated 4,000 years later. Sometimes they got fucking booby traps.
Yeah. I say if the booby trap still works all this time later, you just have to take the L. Let it happen.
Yeah, that's true. 4,000, because I mean,
you got killed by a 4,000-year-old flying dagger. That's pretty sick. That's a great way to go out.
That's true. I had a modern dishwasher crap out in like 5 years. You're telling me this? Right. You're telling me the wall knife on the trigger plate?
Right.
Jesus.
Right.
Serious ingenuity. But I mean, no Green Bay Packers football. Nothing to really distract yourself with other than building the enormous pyramid in the first place. You might as well get good at crafting some booby traps.
Sure. Yeah, I guess why not? Nothing better to do.
How
can I hurt someone? It's the modern, well, not modern. It's the old-fashioned security system.
Yeah. I mean, because they weren't probably as worried about people like us. They were worried about people at the time. Like, I heard Greg say he was going to break in. He better fucking not.
Right.
I've got this thing trapped. But I didn't realize that there was real historical inspiration for, like, Indiana Jones. That the booby traps really were more or less like that. Maybe not as well done and like
Yeah.
sequentially. It doesn't have the music in the background, but
I
basically
think it's
like
funny that they put so much valuable stuff just in a tomb
yeah.
that they're like, yeah, well, people are going to try to rob this. We're going to have some security. Because now people are like, you can't take any of it with you. Material items aren't worth it, you know?
Yeah.
But back then they're like, I'm taking all this shit with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Which got me thinking, what would be in your tomb?
Bury me with my stuff because you know it's mine. That's a great question. Let me think about that.
Because me, it would be like 100 signed baseballs, some NASCAR sheet metal, and a bunch of jerseys. Send me into the afterlife. Send me into the afterlife in a Nitschke jersey, a Ryan Blaney door, and
I think
put some tequila around me.
See, those are good ones. I've got some valuable stuff that I like, but I wouldn't want to take anything with me like other people would actually want or to like remember me by. I don't want to like take Guided by Voices Propeller. Somebody else should take that enormously expensive record. But I'm definitely taking. Let me think here. I need something from the Pets, and I'm definitely getting buried
Take a
with
pet.
some
Everybody
stupid.
takes their pets.
Just take the whole thing. Just
Yeah.
give me all the urns.
Put them in an urn. This guy have a lot of pets.
Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely getting buried with some stupid memorabilia. I just need to decide. Probably some of the UFC cards.
Right.
Bury me with some like Chuck Liddell trunks on.
Right.
Signed. I know you don't like when people wear signed stuff, but if I'm dead, it's got to change the
Taken to the grave.
dynamic. Yeah, exactly. It could mess up the autograph. We've flown past that one. It's toast. But yeah, I think I'm taking maybe the Chuck Liddell trunks with me.
They'd come into my tomb and they'd be like, holy shit, all the tequila offerings are gone. And these claw marks suggest he went for another beer run.
It's exactly, they buried him alive.
Yeah, I was just hungover. The tequila was the hair of the dog I needed. Bring me back. Okay. Headlines. Our education segment. Man bitten on balls by python while he was sitting on the toilet.
Okay.
And here I thought my python was the only one in the toilet. This is my biggest fear
Biting your own testicles.
ever. Or these things. This is my biggest fear ever.
A snake
In the whole world.
Snake right to the balls.
Snake in the toilet. That is only thing potentially worse. Rat in the toilet.
Rat in the toilet. Yeah.
But something coming out of the toilet.
I definitely don't want either of those. I don't know. Yeah. Python surprises me just because obviously the size, but also coming up. So this came up through his toilet. I'm always surprised at the ability to maintain the oxygen levels when you're coming up through my sewer system.
Thanat Thangtawanon.
Was this in Thailand? Or the Philippines?
We'll see. It doesn't say here, actually. The ordinary bathroom visit turned into a nightmare, I would fucking say, when a massive python lurking, great word choice, in his toilet sank its fangs into his testicles. The moment he sat down, a sharp, searing pain shot through him, prompting him to reach into the bowl and come face to face with the culprit.
More like hand to mouth.
Yeah.
But at least it's a python, right? It's non-venomous, so at least you didn't get bit by.
But it's your balls.
Like a copperhead, and it's like, okay, that is
Right.
actively rotting your scrotal flesh. Not to get gross for those at home, but
Wow.
that is a mature situation. That is adult time.
Oh, my balls are aching right now. Holy shit. I can't think of anything worse.
I mean, have you ever? I think we've all been.
Ooh, if it started going up the butthole.
That's also concerning, and I also have bigger concern for my like organ. Like those are just my intestines, dude. You get out of
It's
here.
clearly not afraid of the dark with all the tubes it's already been through. Starts coming out my mouth. Yes.
Have you ever? Because getting a shot to the balls is a bit of a different pain. But have you ever accidentally like zipped them up?
Oh,
Yeah, you know. I feel like that's the very like the half a point out of 10 version of this python
a
experience.
lot of bad things can happen to your balls. I've been doing when I've been doing leg extensions, my legs are kind of big, and you kind of have to have your legs close together because I do both legs at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I'll get that thing where like I think I've kind of like cupped them into a good position, but sometimes you don't, and like one of them kind of shoots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As your legs squeeze.
Yeah.
Every time it is shocking. Like you're gonna lose it somehow. Like it's gonna fly over my shoulder, and I'm never gonna find it again.
As you get older, you never know, man. Real field plowers.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, that reminds me. This is completely off topic. Of a Ricky Gervais post he made one time where he was just talking about he didn't realize that your balls float. He's reached an age where he was able to discover that. So
they tend to go up. Also, since we're going off topic, you know how people just say, I got to take a shit? Nobody ever says, I got to take a shit and a piss. It's going to be both.
Right? It's nearly impossible to have the one without the other.
I want to see the man who does it.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all about brevity, right? You're just trying to communicate something quickly, and it's implied.
Right.
Everybody knows. There's no way.
I'm going to start saying that now. I got to go take a shit and a piss.
It's going to be in that order, too. Listen. There's something
kind of
about the
happen
pressure.
at the same time, but they will interchange a little bit. Man gets sued after leaving his blind date and her 23 relatives at a restaurant with a $3,100 bill.
Okay, was she trying to scam him into paying for all of these people?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that just seems fair then.
You get stuck with it, exactly.
Yeah, that you didn't even get stuck with it.
Yeah, that you're paying for your own dinner. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you got stuck with his like $40 tortellini or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it sounds like this guy paid for his food and then left. So I don't see how they have any grounds. But the balls. I mean, she didn't even go for one or two. Not just like my mom and dad. She went full throttle. I mean, I don't know how big
21.
Chinese families are. But yeah, 23 relatives.
Yeah, I don't know if culturally, if the nuclear family, because like for me to bring in different cultures, you have a different number of folks that may more likely live at your house, multi-generational homes. America, a lot of the time, it's just you and the kids, basically. I don't know 21 motherfuckers to come around. I mean, for a wedding, yeah, once in my life, I could scrape together a random blind date on a Thursday at fucking Daniel's Broiler. That's not happening.
Right. I would have to be in a different state to have that many family members I could even summon to this date.
You're describing just fake shit to me, right? 21 people.
We're gonna have to go on a blind date, and it's gonna have to be in Milwaukee because, one of them being Uncle Dave. I could see how that bill could get up to $3,100, even if we're at McDonald's.
Does Uncle Dave even like restaurants? So if he can't eat the food while it's being prepared, if he can't prematurely eat a spud or three,
I think he likes it even more because it's a tease. You know what I mean?
I see. Yeah, you got to just gnaw on some bread.
And he'll hammer through the free chips.
I mean, who doesn't?
I still love. I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I'll be brief. He has always said he loves Mexican food, and he did not know what carne asada was. He was trying to tell the guy he wanted a steak, and then I was like, "Wait, Uncle Dave, I got this." And I ordered him carne asada. He was fucking baffled. In between breaths, as he's just breathlessly choking this thing down. He's like, "What is this called?" I got to tell the kids about this one. Like, I think the kids probably know.
It's one of like the 8 things that I think we all learn about on the Mexican menu.
I don't know how you've avoided this.
Yeah, I think you did talk about this, so I apologize. The only follow-up thought I have on that one is it's funny because Mexican restaurants will offer you like a burger. I think you talked about like Katie's mom will occasionally go this route. So if you ask for a steak, they might bring you just a classic T-bone.
Yeah.
So you did Dave a solid there. You bailed him out. You got him out of his own way.
Right. God, if I was the person taking that order, I'd be like, the Sizzler's across the street. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Order a burrito or something. Who are you?
Yeah, you are in the wrong zone. I mean, it's one thing when you get like, say, a French dip at a burger place. It's like, that's close. But yeah, when you're getting a whole different nation's, that's why I like when, say, if I go to a Vietnamese restaurant, I like when it just has Vietnamese food and not when they're like, we also have teriyaki and pad thai. And it's like, this is
That's the adult bailout.
You're covering like over 1 billion people now. It's
no way you're good
You're
at
covering
all
like 4 different nations that are thousands of miles apart. But yeah. Anyways, though, yeah.
The teriyaki is a bailout, though. Katie, I think I've talked about my bad sushi experience and how I don't eat it anymore because of a bad run in Vancouver, the good Vancouver. And Katie still loves to get sushi, so we had to find a place that also has really good teriyaki.
Yeah, Ashley's not a sushi fan. We have that sort of. We have the same setup exactly.
That's the adult equivalent of like an 11-year-old getting a cheeseburger at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, I mean teriyaki. I will say this: so few other places even have it. You know that if you were to, we're very special for that particular dish. Like, there's no other. Anywhere else you go, any other states you go and get sushi, you're probably going to be stuck getting sushi.
Right, right. Good point.
Maybe they've got some udon. You might get lucky with some noodles somewhere, but chances are no.
Right. Man sues employer for racial discrimination. 1, took the check to the bank to cash it. The bank didn't believe the check was real and called the cops, leading to another racial discrimination lawsuit. Tell me you're having a bad day and also having a great day.
I mean, the injustice and the indignity, but also at least you've got some recourse. At least you've got some recourse in this case. Especially because if somebody's just being an asshole bigot to you, you might not actually have that like on camera to flagrantly. They called the cops on you. It's very clear that they did.
Yeah.
You guys went way past. And I wonder if there were any cameras. Oh, it's a bank. Something tells me that one was an open and shut case.
Yeah.
He won the second one easier than the first one, probably. That's fucked up, but also I hope he's doing well now. I hope the guy is.
I would imagine he's doing well.
I hope he's thriving.
Yeah. That would be an interesting day. I don't really have much else other than what are the fucking odds. Okay.
Do we have any more headlines?
That is it for headlines. Gucci or greasy? Pumpkin spice.
Yeah, this one I think will actually have more. I think this will be more of a conversation than some of them are. A lot of the time we just say we are in agreement and it's pretty simple and we just move on. Pumpkin spice is complicated because it is absolutely overused. People do.
You think it's overused?
I love pumpkin, but let me say it this way. The venue in which people apply it this time of year gets over the top.
I'll say this, Cole.
Because let me describe one thing I saw to you.
Okay.
I saw some pumpkin spice crusted fish at Whole Foods.
No.
See,
Come
that's
on.
what I mean. That's what I mean.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's gross.
Somebody's covering up some bad fish.
You know what? Yeah, exactly. And there's better ways to do it. It's called lime juice or anything else. But yeah. But sorry, go ahead.
I'll say this. I love pumpkin spice. I hate the people who love pumpkin spice. You know what I'm talking about? The people where it becomes like a personality trait for 2 months.
I feel like more people hate it publicly than even like it publicly. But I'm sure there are.
It's got to be those people, the SPL folks. Just or what is it? PSL pumpkin spice laws. Yeah, fuck me.
I do get at least one of those per year.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
I can't get more than 3 because as an ex-diabetic, my toe will fall off. I've got limits to what I can do. But
you know the person that I'm talking about.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
they're also the peppermint person in December.
Yeah, they're the folks. It's like a byproduct of like you're a Starbucks person.
Yeah,
you're there like 4 days a week, and then because like they got the praline drink, and you just drank 80 grams of sugar for breakfast. But
they got the boots, the jeans, the same white shirt.
The pumpkin spice, the latte I love, and then the occasional pumpkin beer I do really like. And
I like pumpkin everything.
Pumpkin pie is fantastic. So
I didn't know we agreed on that. I thought we disagreed on that.
No, I love the pumpkin pie. Pumpkin and pecan, those are the two. This time of year, it's always. I mean, let me say this: more like a month from now.
Right.
That time of year. But yeah, those are my favorites. They're easy to get. You can get a decent one for $4 goddamn. Right. So pecan was my dad's favorite.
Pumpkin beer is a good call because there's not many good like harvest beers out there, but you can usually count on pretty much any pumpkin beer.
Yeah, and I do like that pumpkin tends to coincide with dark beer season, and that's the type that I like, because you can get a lighter pumpkin beer, but it's not really. I kind of like more of like, that'd be the one time. Give me the stout. Give me the stout with a little pumpkin to, a little sweetness to cut through the bitterness.
Right.
But so overall, I'm going to say Gucci, although I will cushion that with can be misused. Can be misused.
I think it is widely misused.
Yeah. But yeah.
All
are
right.
you going? Are you settling on Gucci? You feel
Oh, I
Gucci?
want to say greasy just because of those people, but I don't know if there's enough people that are ruining it.
Yeah, especially now. Maybe like when it came out, or maybe it is more popular now. Shit, I don't know. I'm not that plugged in.
I don't know. You're right though. People are hating it basically because those people exist. I think. I
Like
think
the
that's what's
rebellion's
happening.
bigger than.
Which I also don't like because I still like the thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good.
This has to be how Aerosmith fans feel.
I talked to somebody at my work too that's like, she doesn't drink coffee, and like basically ever, but she gets like 2 pumpkin spice lattes a week during pumpkin spice latte season.
Yeah.
And is in no way broadcasting that information. Is very, very just hard at work. But yeah, she was like, one thing, I think it was a icebreaker you might not know about me. I'm slamming the PSLs in October. Destroying them.
I'm an eggnog boy the same way. Again, not broadcasting it, but
But it's
except I
disappearing.
literally am right now. But yeah, I'll be going through some of that in December.
Are you doing the boozy eggnog or just the classic?
I just like eggnog.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I will add booze to it.
Yeah.
But
I would like to do a homemade eggnog at some point, just because I've heard great things when you really figure out your preferred recipe. I've only ever bought like the Dairy Gold old fashioned, which is great, but I would like to do a little homemade nog, maybe depending on where the Packers line up. Maybe I'll bring some over.
Oh,
for the
hell
Packers
yeah.
game.
Hell yeah.
All right. So this week, Chris, for Wikipedia, we've got a fun one. This one we did on a little bit short notice here, but I want to talk to you about the max headroom signal hijacking. And I might even advocate for putting up just a couple of slight visuals in the editing when we discuss this, but I'll just start reading here. And we'll start commenting. So the core incident here, November 1987, there were 2 separate hijackings of 2 stations in Chicago where an unidentified person wearing a Max Headroom mask took over the broadcast and started doing all sorts of stuff. Don't know if anybody will be able to actually see that, but
I'll put it up on the video.
Perfect. So 2 different incidents. So first incident took place during the sports segment of this. It
happened twice?
It happened
I
twice.
didn't realize it happened twice.
And the first time it was only 30 seconds. And it was not nearly as
weird as the
famous
one.
Couldn't get so weird. So featured a person wearing a mask swaying erratically in front of a semi-swiveling corrugated metal panel, meant to kind of resemble the squiggly shit that goes on behind real Max Headroom. Unlike the later intrusion, the only sound was a loud buzz. Interruption went on for about 30 seconds, and the newscasters were like, "Whoa, that was a bit odd."
This happened in Chicago too, right?
Yep, in Chicago, and there was a place they identified later, like basically a hill where you could have seen both towers, because we'll get into at a very high level how it was actually done. But
my opinion of this has always been, because it happened in Chicago, that a couple dudes got boozed up and they're like, I think we could probably tap in and like maybe fuck with TV a little bit. Wouldn't that be pretty funny? And that's what happened.
They definitely were some just a little bit of drunk Polish guys, probably just having a good time.
Because when you hear the second video, the stuff they're saying, you're like, this makes no fucking sense.
They're all over the place.
At all.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
So okay, so the first one was at 9:14 p.m. So about 2 hours later, and again, that one was only 30 seconds. It was just weird. To a lot of people, it seemed just like a genuine glitch.
2 hours later.
2 hours later at 11:20.
So they were like, oh shit, dude, we could probably do that again.
What do we got a few more beers in them, dude. 2 hours when you're already juicing, that's
time for 8 more
beers.
schlitz.
Exactly. So same night at about 11:20, the signal of local PBS station WTTW is interrupted during an airing of the Doctor Who Horror of Fang Rock. The culprit was apparently the same Max Headroom impersonator, this time audible through distorted audio. Masked Figure spent the next minute or so making a quick series of brief and seemingly unrelated comments and cultural references, interspersed with excited noises and exclamations, which is such a tame way of really describing like the laundry list of shit this guy goes through. He was first heard to make a comment about nerds, called WGN sportscaster Chuck Swirsky a frickin' liberal, held up a can of Pepsi while referencing the Catch the Wave slogan from a recent ad for Coca-Cola featuring the real Max Headroom. So he's got continuity. Held a middle finger near the camera inside what appeared to be a hollowed out dildo.
Ew.
Gotta have a dildo. If you're gonna hijack,
oh yeah.
You got
Hell yeah.
Everybody's got their in case I hijack a signal dildo. Gotta have that on hand. After some random moaning, the Masked Figure sang the phrase, "Your love is fading," hummed part of the theme song to the 1959 animated series Clutch Cargo, feigned defecation, complaining about his piles, claiming he had made a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds.
Okay, now that this has been read aloud to me, this was definitely meth.
Just some good Midwest.
Yeah, I'm not sure this was drunk anymore. That is all over the joint.
Yeah, and I'll not waste too much more time.
And a theme song being in the middle of it too, that's what makes me think meth. Because your brain's really bouncing if the music's just cutting in randomly. Yeah.
After a crude jump cut, the main figure appeared mostly off screen to the left with his partially exposed buttocks visible from the side.
Yeah, I remember that.
With a female figure wearing a French-made costume and what appears to be a mask appearing on the right edge of the frame.
Okay. Well, that just gave the dildo some different context.
Yeah, maybe they cut that short. Maybe we could have seen more. Max Headroom mask was briefly held in view while the voice cried out, "Oh no, they're coming to get me." Make it stop. And the female figure began spanking Max with the fly swat.
I haven't seen that part. That's fantastic.
I think it's because it's his actual butt cheeks. Like, it's not, to call it nudity would be borderline extreme, but I think that's why they cut it short.
It's not nudity until you see the butthole.
Exactly. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. No leather Cheerio. Keep it on TV.
Or if his ding-a-ling's hanging down enough and he's skinny enough, you can see between his legs.
True. You get the Eiffel Tower sort of. Yeah, you're going to want to stop that. But, okay. So that was the entirety of it. And the total interruption was about 90 seconds. So everything I described happened pretty rapid fire. And I did skip a couple of lesser, like, not even very funny parts. Technicians at the studios could not counteract the signal takeover because there were no engineers on duty at that hour at the Sears Tower. So that's where the station's broadcast tower was located for the PBS
and then you still
one.
got to catch an elevator, too.
Yeah.
That's a big old building.
The director said, as the content got weirder, we got increasingly stressed out about our inability to do anything about it, just watching as in horror. And then it says the pirate broadcast ended when the hijackers unilaterally ended their transmission, because I think they figured out it took two guys from different places to basically overwhelm the signal, which we'll get into like right now, kind of how they did it.
Interesting.
But the director said, yeah, by the time our people began like trying to get to the Sears Tower to figure it out, it had already stopped. So these guys, they had their fun and they moved on.
It clearly ran out of content. I think they thought they had a couple seconds, and he just went through all the ideas he thought he might do with those couple seconds.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll do this. Oh, maybe I'll do that. Oh, wait, I actually can do all of this.
It's going through the whole set list.
Just doing Gucci or Greasy and everything. Yeah, the broadcast intrusion was achieved by sending a more powerful microwave transmission to the broadcast towers than the stations were sending themselves. So more or less overwhelming it. So then the signal that the station was sending out was actually picking up the signal that these guys were putting out.
And they've never caught this guy, right?
No, they haven't. And because
I feel like it had to be a former employee. Who would know that?
They did say, to your point, Chris, experts said the stunt would have required extensive technical expertise and also a significant amount of transmitting power. So, like, you wouldn't have just needed to know some stuff. You would have actually needed to have the resources and, the job and everything.
It also makes me double think that because of the voice distortion. Like, I get there being kind of a point for that anyway, but if you're not worried about people in power recognizing your voice.
Yeah. Oh, that's Jim.
Yeah.
Dickhead was asking me about doing this like a week ago.
I remember when he got fired. Yeah.
And it says, the prank was difficult to accomplish even in 1987, but because of the change to digital broadcast, it's basically impossible now. It's kind of a concept that, has gone away, unfortunately.
What a time to be a Chicagoan.
It's
the Bears are good. All the old German beers still exist.
You were living
showing your ass on TV.
It does say that, because ultimately the crime was not that serious. They didn't broadcast like terroristic threats or anything. It was more goofy. So they
didn't he say frickin' liberal? Not.
Yeah, I don't think he even really cursed.
Didn't even say the fuck word.
No, he avoided the fuck word. So he, or they, or she, whoever, however many folks were involved, nobody ever stepped forward because, again, it wasn't a serious crime. So the statute of limitations was up in 5 years. So they could have come out in like 1993 and said something, but nobody's ever said peep about it.
Too much meth, man. They didn't make it long enough.
Was that all a dream?
They couldn't outlive the statute of limitations.
But yeah, so fun little. There have been other interesting instances of broadcast intrusions too, but that one is certainly the most famous given how long they had it and because it was Chicago and so many people saw it. Because a lot of the other ones that I'm aware of were a lot smaller range.
It could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been way worse. I think because
I would never do
this.
It easy. I would never do this. I'm just saying that. But if I were, it would be nudity of some kind.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
That's valid. I mean, I think that you got to shoot your shot.
I wouldn't do that on TV.
Since we do have a little bit of time still, I meant to send you this, but I thought I'd just ask you. Did you ever see when the streaker tried to get on the ice during a hockey game?
What a horrible time to do that.
And he was truly naked. He was buck naked, and when he jumped over the glass, smacked his noodle, unconscious with his willy out. So he's just
that's better than what I thought you were going to say, because I thought you were going to say his sack got caught in the little gap between the glass.
Oh my God.
We were going to have a real ball injury episode today. Holy Christ.
That would have been a Final Destination type threading of the needle.
It's funny that was like what you did say was a total relief to me.
Yeah.
Unconscious with his dick out.
Yeah. All these people saw the dick they were going to see
and his
anyway.
dick's not unconscious. It's cold now. It's
not doing his best work.
Yeah, it's really not performing for you.
And the guy was okay, but yeah, just a little bit of nudity for you. So I know now if Chris is streaking, he's going full nude. Not that Chris is probably streaking at
and I'm going to at least get myself hard first, especially if it's ice. I understand there's going to be some thwackage doing it that way and lose some mobility, but
streaking at the hockey game's risky, man. You can't even get the full.
I'm already a grower. I every time I've been with a woman and they see it not the way I want them to, I've had some splaining to do.
Underwhelming.
Give me a second here.
Yeah. Let me work on this.
Give me a sec. Promise you'll be impressed. Yeah, then it's cold too. Herd Knoll.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. All right. Time for This Week in History.
All right. Well, we got some time, actually. Seems like a good enough time to mention it, in case people don't get to the very end. Cole and I are going to start doing a second, much shorter, hopefully weekly podcast called Beer League Backups. We'll still have some sports stuff on the show, but that's going to be where all of our primary sports thoughts happen. It's not going to be so much sports coverage as kind of the same way we do this show, just kind of goofiness, but talking about sports related topics. So we are going to make it free on YouTube. We are trying to push you towards YouTube if you haven't gathered that yet. And then it'll otherwise be subscription based for listeners for now.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, Isaac's been watching on YouTube. He told me. He noticed we were drinking Johnny Utah's.
Attaboy.
All right.
We'll have Isaac back on soon, too.
True. I know Ashley and Clay, too, when they're not working so much overtime. September 27th, 1998, Google Internet search engine retroactively claims this date as its birthday. Aside from Google, What website would you estimate you have spent the most time on in your life? And you can't just say porn. You got to at least be. Got to be.
Damn it, he knows me well.
Got to be specific with a website. You got to give like. X Hamster
a specific
your shout out.
Porn... yeah, X videos. Did you say X Hamster?
Yeah.
That is. I don't know why that's hilarious to me. I've never heard another human say that out loud. I've seen the website.
You have to, if you want people to believe that you're in the struggle with them, you can't just go X videos and Red. You got to give them.
I'll tell you this much: if you want some weird butt stuff, X Hamster's got it for you. All right. If we're gonna exclude pornography,
you don't have to exclude pornography. Like I said, you just have
I'm gonna do it because we just don't need to talk more about porn. We do it plenty, and I could go on forever. But probably like ESPN.
Yeah.
.com, because if fantasy sports, I used to do all my fantasy sports on there.
Oh,
and I was in
so
multiple leagues, and like, so I was on there all the time. And, it was like, while you're there, you see some sports stuff you want to read. I would never recommend going on ESPN for anything. I'm a Yahoo fantasy person now. So right now it's probably Yahoo. But if YouTube counts, it's absolutely fucking YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, for this purpose, I was thinking more like website. And, when we were kids and the internet was more a place you would go to, like a destination, because it was like a desk in your house rather than in your pocket at all times.
Oh, shit. So, what was that website that had 55 on it?
E-Bombs World?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time
See, there can be different eras for this. Yeah, a lot of time spent on that one. Because Wikipedia has been that's, of course, that and YouTube. Those borderline don't count. I do spend a shitload of time looking at stuff about records. Way too much. And that's not a very fun answer. But, yeah, way too much time.
So where do you do that? Are you saying you're on Discogs a lot?
Yeah, Discogs a ton. Just looking up pressings and other stuff to buy. But also, I think you as a collector of things yourself, there's limits to where you can take any collecting hobby.
Yeah, you just put eBay.
Oh, yeah.
Between buying and selling, dog, I've spent so much goddamn time on eBay. Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say that, but it's diminishing because, starting a record collection, you want to get like 1,000 different fucking things, and then you get there and there's only so much more to do other than new stuff, right? New album comes out, that's different.
This is completely off topic. I was about to ask you what's the weirdest thing you've ever bought on eBay. And then I was like, well, what if you asked me that question? I bought a porn DVD off eBay one time, and I watched it in my Xbox last time I watched it. Then I went to trade in my Xbox. And guess what was still in there? Some guy working minimum wage at GameStop had to pull out Lesbian Anal Sluts 3 and hand it to me.
I think this is yours.
Yeah. I was brilliant, though. Brilliant. I just right on the fly. I was like, great prank by my roommate. Totally did not take credit for that.
Well played. That also reminds me of in college selling just a little bit of weed, not anything important, just a little bit of bill money, and then smoking some weed inside. So there's a few pieces and stuff that when they were selling the house, it's like, oh, put away like the 4 things. Again, this was not a big druggy house. It's like, put away the bag of pot and like the pipe on the table and the bong, and we're good to go. Mm-hmm. I put all that away, had class that day. I knew they were coming during the day and they'd already be done by the time I got home. I realized that in going through the house, we kept a lot of the doors open. So if something was hanging on the door and that door was against the wall, I wouldn't necessarily notice. I'd have to see like the strap or, the towel. Unfortunately, I hung a gas mask bong on the door.
No.
Which, obviously that shows that we're smoking some weed in the house. But also, I hid all the stupid stuff that they probably wouldn't care about. The gas mask is the one thing where they're like, okay, could you not?
No, I'm in a chemistry class, and
first of all, you can't even light the fucking thing yourself because you can't see it.
This is another one of those things where weed has turned into drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Doing knifers. If you've ever done knifers. Knife hits is always, you got the straw in your mouth. You're like, I'm doing foilies.
I think I'm going to go.
These are foilies. But yes, gas mask is definitely, and then of course the mask fills with smoke as it's literally designed to do it. Either keep it out or keep it the fuck in.
Right.
Fills your eyes with smoke. Not very comfortable. But then,
good, your eyes need to get high too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm high because my eyes are so red. And then the last thing, and this is perhaps the most important, is that if you start coughing in the thing, you're just continuing to inhale more smoke.
Right.
So
oh my God.
You're in a negative feedback loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coughing until you barf.
You'll be coughing up some lung butter for sure.
Right.
The good stuff. All right. So we're going to skip that Ted Williams question. We're going to save that one.
That's going to be on BLB, Beer League Backups, our new sports podcast.
October 2nd, 1766, the Nottingham Cheese Riot breaks out at the...
Yeah.
This fucking sentence.
I already love it.
This sentence is a good one.
Is it a
too.
riot pro or anti-cheese is what I need to know.
I would describe it as pro-cheese.
Okay. Well, I'm there with them. When was this? What year was this?
So this was... Hold on. So this was a while ago. 1766, yeah. So this was a while ago.
All the stuff we've been writing about, man... Nothing compared to cheese.
Nottingham Cheese Riot. I also like breaks out at the Goose Fair.
Breaks
the
out.
Goose Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Goose Fair. Yeah. That
in Nottingham.
Okay, was the Goose Fair pro or anti-geese?
Based on their...
How could you get outraged enough at a Goose Fair about cheese to start a riot?
Not enough cheese for the goose. And the riot was in response to the excessive cost of cheese, which I that's a classic reason. So
cheese should be free.
So with current grocery prices, I was going to ask, what food cost in the year 2025 are you most ready to riot over?
Oh.
I've got a few.
Oh God, honestly, when I go to the store now, I don't even look at the individual prices. I just know the things we need, and then I get pissed off at the total because I can't. I've got high blood pressure already. I can't get pissed off at everyone individually. I'll just be pissed once big at the end. And eggs were bad there for a while. I know that. There was one that pissed me. Oh, we get Kendall these pouches, and it's literally just like a smoothie pouch, and it's maybe a couple ounces. They're like $5, but she loves them, so our hands are tied.
Yeah, you got to keep the kids happy.
Bananas.
Yeah, my big two right now are ground beef. Bonkers. $9 a pound.
Whoa.
If you can get it on sale, less. And if I go to Fred Meyer's,
I'll grind it myself.
Right. What is this made out of?
Right.
Other beef. Okay. And then this one doesn't come up as much because you don't have to buy it all the time. You're not going to be buying this most. But have you noticed how expensive black pepper is now? Like, you run out of black pepper, you want to get one of your classic McCormick. Say goodbye to $8, my friend.
I'm about to sound dumb, but I feel like you're going to have the answer to this question. What the fuck is black pepper?
Oh, I mean,
Are there black peppers out there and they grind them up? What the fuck is it?
They're actually peppercorn. So instead of
okay.
so it is a different fundamental thing than
how much are peppercorns?
A pepper fruit.
Is there a way to cut a corner here?
You can get cheaper than buying like the pre-ground. I'm sure you can. Let me say it that way. I haven't done enough price comparison, but yeah, those are the two that I every time. Also, I mean, raw chicken, really any meat other than pork is just a shocker. Pork stays cheap because, well, I think we're not selling any to China right now, so we get to keep
all the pork. Or the Jews.
It's like, well, that's always the case though. They're never.
I'm just saying, there's less demand compared to the other.
Yeah, Muslims as well. Yeah. You're right, but also always the case.
Do you know why?
Like when COVID was happening and we couldn't sell pork like overseas because China, I think, is our biggest buyer of pork. Like that's why bacon was super cheap during COVID, and every fast food place had bacon on everything. So we can just get this for free. Yeah, I didn't realize it till my brother called it out.
So why? We may end up cutting this, and that's fine. Why do these religions not like pork? Is it because it's a hoofed animal, or what is the pork problem?
I think that like the historical reason is probably that pork is more dangerous than a lot of stuff. Like you can get away with raw beef pretty easily.
That
raw
was the
fish.
second time we had to take Moose to the animal hospital. He had some bad pork.
Yeah, see, raw beef, if clean, you're good to go. Raw fish, if clean, you're good to go. Even chicken, like in Japan, different preparation method, different cleanliness, etc. You can eat raw chicken in Japan and not get sick at all. Pork, different beast there. I think that's really what it is that pork, you get trichinosis.
So one guy got the death shits, and they're like, put it in the book. None of that. We can't eat that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if you're taking the cynical approach with religion, the sort of like atheistic interpretation, which is that the Bible or the Quran is meant to dissuade people from things that are going to hurt them or other people, that it's a means to control society to doing smarter things for themselves. You say things like thou shalt not kill, and also don't eat pork because it's 3,000 fucking years ago and we're bad at it. Like we're just bad at the prep. The prep is lacking.
Right.
Because you can get trichinosis, and I'm sure, yeah, like I said, it's just sort of that was always the thing. I think Chris Rock has the joke where he's like, yeah, because back then pork could probably fuck you up, probably really hurt you.
Or they were just very forward thinking. They're like, we really got to keep some work for the rabbis going forward, making things kosher. Let's keep them blessing stuff. You know what I mean? Let's give them a steady workload. We got to make sure.
Such a funny way to create jobs. You can't do this. We'll create some other work through that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I think that's the reason that multiple religions of disparate origins all have that same rule.
Sense. Everybody got the shits.
Everybody got fucked up. Yeah. Or just, I mean, back then,
actually killed you.
You're exactly. What's your access to clean water? Do you have to, if you're not right by the river, like now I'm all laid up. And
it had to have happened to enough people that they were able to even zero in on it being that specifically.
Yeah,
not
for sure.
The bad water or lack of really anything being clean.
Yeah, because I mean, any number of things in theory could, but it's just like ancient peoples or indigenous peoples figuring out medicinal plants that actually worked. It's like, yeah, a little trial and error, for the lack of a better term, will get you to this pork is messing us
careful
up.
with the ayahuasca.
All right. Last one here. October 2nd, 1919. 7 days after suffering a physical collapse following a speech in Pueblo, Colorado, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson has a catastrophic stroke at the White House, leaving him physically and mentally incapacitated for the remainder of his presidency. Are there any jobs you could do despite physical and mental incapacitation?
I just like the question itself. Amusement park ride operator.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I mean, we might want somebody to get involved if anything goes wrong with the ride, but it's like, if anything goes wrong with the ride, even the most able-bodied.
Yeah. Who are you going to call? 911?
Yeah, exactly.
Leave me out of it.
I got 10 tons of spinning steel. I can't. That's a really good one.
Go and stop.
I'm going, see, the physical incapacitation stuff, but I'm going demo derby driver. Because even if I, like, peel it really hard into the wall, people will still be like, yeah, like, woo!
Can't get much worse anyway. Keep going.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, not only can my car not get much worse, I'm both physically and mentally incapacitated in this question. So, yeah, demo derby driver. I had one other one that is escaping me at the moment, but it's all right. I think that's a strong enough.
What, President of the United States?
I mean, Woodrow did it, and look at this guy.
I was thinking more orange, but yes.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Well, I think that's about time for us. Another excellent, I'm just going to say now, excellent. It's been an excellent episode.
There we go.
I had a good time.
It's been deemed. I did too.
Thanks you guys for listening. Follow us Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube. Please push in the YouTube. That is going to
hopefully get us a sponsor.
Help us make some money on this bad boy.
Also,
not that you give a shit about that.
It's not a Bucks and Six close this time, baby. You're gonna have to do. Is it Crew and 4?
There we go.
Crew and 4.
Jordan, love you all. Brewers and 4.